So at this point in Warframe, the game's been out in beta for essentially I think 8 years and a little bit. It hasn't really been a beta, but it's technically in beta. It's one of those weird games that's in a forever beta. Don't worry about it, right? It's odd. But I have to say, Warframe at this point looks like it probably has somehow, after 8 years, a promising future for at least the next 3 or 4 years. What I mean by that is, since we are getting the new war in 2021, at this point there's no official release date other than the fact that 2021, so it's estimated late 2021, most likely December or, November. People are most likely hoping for November so that things can get patched, fixed up so that it's good by the time everyone goes on break in December, but naturally though, it's not like any of us know. We are not developers of the game, we are merely players of the game. But because of all that, it finally looks like Warframe is going to get its next massive amount of hype updates back to back for the next couple of years. First, we're getting New War. It's a massive final ending, okay, to that goddamn storyline, okay? We're getting an ending. We're finally getting it. I'm probably just gonna have to reread like a TLDR on the general Warframe story because it's been 8 years, okay? And I've been playing this game pretty actively for about 5 of them. So I barely know the Warframe story, mainly because I haven't done a lot of the story where I actually paid attention to it. No, I just wanted to rush through it, get the story done, and be done with it. Maybe at one point I should go back and replay the story quests, purely so that I could get that beautiful, beautiful taste of the OG Warframe story, see how it evolves along with the new war, but it's hard to say. I'm not too sure if the old quests are really that worth running, but hey, who really knows? After we finally will get the new war, all of that's gonna happen. That'll probably be a huge spike of players when that drops. Almost without a doubt, they will hit either new peak records or get close to it because people have been waiting for this update for the longest of times, and I think the fact that tennocon brought in new Steam chart peak players of around 180,000 something. I think the fact that the update dropping itself may just bring more than the announcement of the update dropping one day. But that's just my speculation, okay? I think Warframe's probably gonna hit another new peak in a year or so, well, less than a year, when the new war drops. After that, we're most likely going to get cross-save, cross-play, and mobile all at the same time because it doesn't really make sense that they would announce and talk about all of it at the same time without, planning to release it all together. I would imagine that's going to happen, I hope by the end of 2020, mid-2020, hopefully, or, even early 2020. Earlier is obviously better, but so far all we've seen, though, of that is tennocon, and obviously that's not a huge, in-depth, across-the-world player base. No, that was between 4 people in close proximity in, the same general city. So even if they were in the same office, same city, right? Not in the same office, all working from home, they aren't in the farthest distances from each other. So that is under ideal conditions. So it's hard to say how far along any of the cross-play, cross-save, and mobile development is going. All we know is that it's playable, they have it done in that sense, and it's theoretically possible and coded in, and yeah, it's a thing, okay? So they can do it, they've shown it, they've done it, it's looked pretty cool, they have a UI. Obviously this has been planned for quite some time. I myself have the theory that Tencent acquiring Warframe, I know, right? Crazy, yeah, Tencent, that happened a while ago. That probably sped a lot of this along, maybe increased the budget for the project, brought in a lot of outside help that could hopefully increase the speeds of everything, but it's hard to truly say. Maybe they just got a cash infusion, worker infusion, like more budget to hire out, more budget for training. Who knows, right? This is all purely speculation and just, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. You never know, and there's no way to find out unless you get a full-on interview with confirmation by the developers, something like Reb, as she's probably still the one people would go to questioning things like that. So, going under the assumption that we'll get all of the crossplay, cross-save, and mobile in 2022, I'm going to assume it's going to be a full one-play experience. So it's just, there's no more platform Warframes, there's just Warframe. Since Warframe doesn't have a very specific type of competitiveness at all to it, I imagine the only thing that'll change is A, people will have a toggle for crossplay or not, or B, they'll just flood it and say, no, the game is forever crossplay. Everyone will mix with everyone forever and always. I imagine a game like Warframe, though, even still might and should probably have a toggle, because I know a lot of PC players might get annoyed playing with Switch players and possibly console players because, I don't know, man. People, for some reason, a lot of people refuse to play with people from other consoles for some sort of weird elitism, or purely because, they assume other players of other consoles or, the Switch are bad because they maybe can't aim like a mouse and keyboard, when in reality, they just play differently. But yeah, you never truly know. That's why I usually assume game developers are going to go on the safe side and include a toggle to only have your platform and fully have crossplay or not. It's generally hard to say. If they said crossplay and cross-save, that's mainly why I'm thinking one account everywhere always, right? So we'll have to wait and see. I'm just always speculating about this and wondering about it, because if they can just go full 100% one Warframe experience, one world, that will only really be good and help all of the platforms. And if mobile does come along with crossplay and cross-save at the same time, we're probably gonna see just something insane, like an instant 50% to 75% player increase the next day, and it's probably just gonna go fucking great, just honestly. It'll be buggy as hell, it'll be a weird experience, a lot of the mobile stuff will probably be buggy, and let's be real here, who fucking knows how, many people are actually gonna love playing the game on mobile, or purely use it as a mobile convenience. I'm not too sure. I myself am not in depth with the mobile market. I'm not gonna pretend I'm a goddamn game genius that knows the entire games market, the entire merchandising of everything. No. I have no idea. I think Warframe will do pretty well on mobile, but nothing through the roof because it doesn't have viral mobile sensation type of gameplay. It doesn't seem. It more so has, it's a good game. It'll look very, high definition, high everything. It'll look good quality for mobile in theory. But I don't know if it'll bring in a lot of new players because Warframe is a hard game to get used to. So that's another reason why they'll probably want people to have a toggle, because all of the new players that might come to mobile might just piss off a lot of people. It's hard to say, right? So I think really the only thing that'll happen is A, there'll be some annoyed people because they're gonna have to play with newer players and players on other consoles, but all in all, it'll be a great thing. People are kind of curious and freaking out about the platinum market. I am not too curious. It'll always just equal itself out in due time, so I would just wait it out. It's all pretty much just wait it out, stop trying to speculate too hard, and if you're that scared, just make sure you don't hold too many things of really high value. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope I can play with my viewers. I hope everyone can really just play more Warframe, right? It's not a bad thing that I can look at in any way, shape, or form. It might just annoy people a little bit, so I'm jazzed for it. I hope it's coming sooner rather than later, but honestly, with Warframe, I would assume late 2022 for all of the cross-save, cross-play mobile, but hey, the New War 2021 is going to be a massive hype release, so that's a pretty exciting thing to look forward to at the end of the last couple of like shitty years, because let's be real here, the last couple of years sucked IRL, so yeah. Thank you all for watching. Check out all of my socials and all my affiliate links and like the video, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you next time. Peace.